Hello friends, welcome back to Front of Health. So today in this UPSC 2020 answer key series, in the third episode, we are going to discuss the answer key of 18 questions from Organon of Medicine and Homeopathic Philosophy which appeared in the 2020 UPSC Medical Officer, Research Officer and General Duty Medical Officer exam, which was held on December 20, 2020. So this is the question paper, and we can see from the question number 78 there are Organon questions. Most of the questions appear very easy, but when you approach the question and the answer key, you can understand that it is very tricky and confusing. So we'll straight away go to the question number 78, the first question from Organon of Medicine. The terms ideal prover and the best prover are used for 1. Healthy human beings, 2. Healthy unprejudiced physicians, 3. Students of homeopathy, 4. Preserver of health. So once again a typical UPSC pattern question where 4 options will be given first, and again there will be a code given 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 1 and 4, like that. So select the correct answer using the code given below. So here we can understand that preserver of health we can straight away rule out, because ideal prover and best prover doesn't match, these terms doesn't match with that. So fourth option we are ruling out. So whichever code is having the fourth option like D and C, 3 and 4, 1 and 4, this both we are ruling out. So we will have a confusion between healthy human beings, healthy unprejudiced physicians, students of homeopathy, 1 and 2, 2 and 3. So these two are remaining. So this is a like very tricky. Sometimes students, some of the students have thought like students of homeopathy are same like physicians, so they have gone for 2 and 3. But here the most appropriate answer I believe is 1 and 2. The options healthy human beings and healthy unprejudiced physicians. Why? Because in Organon of Medicine aphorisms, if you see the 106 aphorism and 108 aphorism, there is a mention regarding the healthy human beings and the importance and the ideal proving which can happen only with the healthy human beings. And in the aphorism number 141, directly the best provings is mentioned about the healthy unprejudiced physicians who do it upon themselves. So best prover, healthy unprejudiced physicians, and most probably healthy human beings, ideal prover, even if that term ideal prover is not mentioned in the aphorisms. So 108, 106 and 141 aphorisms you refer, and 1 and 2 is the most appropriate answer. If at all anyone else is having a difference of opinion with reference, please comment below the video so that it will be helpful for others also. So we will move on to the next question. 79. Which among the following is an example of half acute miasm as per Dr. Hahnemann? So this is from chronic diseases. So exact page number, if you see page number 34. So answer is rabies. Most of them might have made it correctly. So the reason why Hahnemann says rabies is half acute miasm is also given in that chronic diseases page number 34, where he mentions about the hydrophobia. Development and completion of the disease nature requires at least several days. This rabies, once it wanted to manifest in a human being, it requires the development and completion of the disease nature requires at least several days, often many weeks. But the madness breaks out as an acute, quickly fatal disease. That's why it is called a half acute miasm. The madness breaks out as an acute, quickly fatal disease, but the development and completion requires several days, often many weeks. So this is about rabies, Hahnemann's words in chronic diseases. So understand in that way from the textbook, the authentic textbook itself, and study. You will never miss this kind of questions, and you will never get confused between the other options. Next is a very repeatedly asked question and very easy type of question. The inroads on human health by the allopathic non-healing art are of all chronic diseases the most deplorable, the most incurable. So of all chronic diseases, the most deplorable, the most incurable. Everybody knows artificial chronic diseases, because this is one aphorism which everybody goes through with very interest, and it is already asked in many competitive exams. And aphorism number 75 you have to refer for the exact words. So 74 and 75 deals with the artificial chronic diseases, and in these exact lines are mentioned in the aphorism number 75. Now we will come to the 81st question. 81. As per Dr. Hahnemann, the miasm which has produced the fewest chronic diseases and has only been dominant from time to time. These are exact lines from the chronic diseases textbook, and you can see the psychosis miasm chapter in the first page itself of the psychosis miasm. Here this line appears. The miasm which has produced the fewest chronic diseases and has only been dominant from time to time. It is in the page number 83 of chronic diseases. And question number 82. A patient exhibiting dullness, aggravation by perspiration, all symptoms worse at night, stupid, stubborn and usually suspicious, has fixed ideas and mood and is slow in reaction. The miasmatic indications are off. This question most of the students or most of the candidates have made it wrong, and this suspicious, fixed ideas, slow in reaction, all this when we see, we may have a tendency to answer psychosis, but the answer is syphilis. So it is there in the chapter number 26 of H.A. Roberts, Principles and Art of Cure by Homeopathy. If you refer the chapter number 26, you can understand why this answer is syphilis. So I am not telling like every explanation, because once you refer that chapter, you will not forget this kind of questions and symptoms. So chapter number 26, H.A. Roberts. Now we will see the 83rd question. The fish brain odor is characteristic of which one of the following miasms? It is a very repeatedly asked question. Sora, syphilis, psychosis, pseudosora, no confusion, because it is a repeatedly asked question and it is directly given in the psychosis chapter, the chapter number 29 of H.A. Roberts, psychosis. It is a symptom of psychosis. And the 84th question, a remedy the employment of which by chance perhaps is found often helpful by the homeopathy physician and which he had opportunities of using with a good effect is known as. So this is not about moral remedy, not about rare remedy, not about anti-miasmatic remedy. It is about the favorite remedy, the concept of favorite remedy. So it is given in the 257 aphorism, aphorism number 257, favorite remedy. So by chance, perhaps, often, this is the word, often helpful. That's why the homeopathy physician is having like a liking for this remedy, and it is the favorite remedy of that physician. So that's what they have made a question, the aphorism number 257. And the next question, 85. Which one of the following miasms is considered as the most mischievous miasm? This question also, most of the people have made it wrong. This answer, pseudosora, many have written, because tubercular children are very mischievous like that. But the answer is psychosis again. So this question paper is full of psychotic questions, we can say, because most of the questions answer comes as psychotic miasm. And here the reference is Dr. P.N. Banerjee's Chronic Disease, Its Cause and Cure. That book, if you see in the psychosis chapter, directly this line is given, most mischievous miasm, psychosis. Dr. P.N. Banerjee's Chronic Disease, Its Cause and Cure. So refer these kind of books from Google Books or Radar Encyclopedia Homeopathica, and you can get to the authentic reference and you will never forget. So the next question, 86. As per H.A. Roberts, the homeopathy prescription is often biased by which one of the following factors? Constitution, diathesis, susceptibility, temperament. So most of us, most of the candidates might have made it correct, because H.A. Roberts is famous for the chapter temperament. He has given nicely explaining all the temperaments in the temperament chapter, chapter number 20. So answer also, this line comes same way. Homeopathy prescription is often biased by temperament. So this comes in the H.A. Roberts Principles and Art and Cure of Homeopathy Philosophy book, chapter number 20, temperament. The concept of 87, question number 87. The concept of alternating action of medicines described by Hahnemann is in the introduction of which one of the following drugs? So answer is Ignatia. So even if regarding Bryonia's alternating action is said, or such mentions are there, but the question why it comes in between this Organon, because it's not based on a Materia Medica Pura question. This question is framed according to the footnote of 251 aphorism. So in 251 aphorism footnote, this direct line is there. the concept of alternating action of medicines described by Hahnemann in the introduction of Ignatia. So this kind of particular mentioning in the footnotes, etc., we have to take care, and these kind of questions will be appearing. And question number 88, which one of the following symptoms does not belong to the miasm of latent sora? Frequent discharge of ascarides and other worms. So this we will check here only and go. So it is the first symptom. This frequent discharge of ascarides and other worms is the first symptom in the list of symptoms of latent sora. So this is not the answer. The abdomen is often distended. Again, the second symptom in that list. So that is also not the answer here, because does not belong is the question. And swelling of the cervical glands, that is also there in the latent sora symptoms list by Hahnemann. It is the sixth one. So 1, 2, 6 are there. And redness of face and contraction of muscles, this is not there, not belonging to the latent sora, because the fourth symptom in that list of latent sora symptoms by Hahnemann, if you see, it is paleness of face and relaxation of the muscles. Exact opposite is given here. Redness of face and contraction of muscle. That doesn't belong to latent sora miasm. So that is the answer. The fourth symptom, don't forget, paleness of face and relaxation of the muscles. So such things, at least the first 10 symptoms of latent sora we have to study. That is the indication of this question. So most of us might have skipped that kind of portions. So you have to always take care while dealing with such questions. 89th question. The patients who have no mental distress and may have no subjective heart symptoms, but they die suddenly and without warning, belong to which of the following miasms? 1. Sora, 2. Psychosis, 3. Syphilis, 4. Pseudosora. So this question again a typical UPSC pattern question. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 2 and 3, 2 only, 1 and 4. So we can like have a wild guess, like psychosis can be the answer or syphilis can be the answer. But here 3 only. Most of us may be thinking about syphilitic kind of manifestation. So 3 only is not there. So we will be confused. But 2 only is there. Psychosis is there. So there are high chances that 2 only or 2 and 3 can be the answer. But the reference for this question is clearly given in the disease classification, psychosis. That is a chapter number 29 of H.A. Roberts. Disease classification, psychosis. Exact lines are given in that chapter, or that is also given in the J.H. Allen, the chronic miasms, psychosis, sora and pseudosora. So in that both books, maybe H.A. Roberts have referred J.H. Allen. So the chronic miasms, psychosis, sora and pseudosora book, and H.A. Roberts chapter number 29, disease classification, psychosis. These exact lines are, or this scenario is given. Patient have no mental distress, may have no subjective heart symptoms, but they die suddenly and without warning, belong to syphilis and psychosis. 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is the answer. Question number 90. All of the following are the requisite of a homeopathic physician for investigation of a case except. So aphorism number 83 as a question. So freedom from prejudice, sound senses, fidelity in tracing the picture of the disease. These 3 are exactly mentioned in the 83rd question, and knowledge of disease is, can be the most appropriate answer. Even if knowledge of disease is a requisite for homeopathy physician according to the 3rd aphorism, but here unfortunately there are no other codes or anything, so we have to select one appropriate answer. So according to 83rd aphorism, this requisite of a homeopathy physician for investigation of a case. So this investigation of a case and all comes in 82nd aphorism for the individualization purpose. So that when you see that, most appropriate answer is D, knowledge of disease. Now we will see the 91st question. In those very pernicious intermittent fevers attacking single person not residing in a marshy district, what should be the choice of treatment? With antisoric remedy, with antipsychotic remedy, with non-antisoric remedy, with antipathic remedy. So here non-antisoric remedy is the answer, and we have to refer aphorism number 243. So first they are telling with non-antisoric remedy we have to treat, and if that fails in some cases we may need a antisoric remedy, but here most appropriate answer will be with non-antisoric remedy, and aphorism number 243 you have to refer. And 92, in pyrexia, where the stage of epirexia is very short, when should be the dose of homeopathic medicine be administered? at the rise of temperature, when the temperature begins to abate, during night, when the expiring paroxysm begins to diminish. Here there can be one confusion, like at the rise of temperature and during night we will rule out, but expiring paroxysm begins to diminish and when the temperature begins to abate. So this abate word will be there in many of us, like many of candidates mind, but that is a confusing point because temperature is given here. In the aphorism number 237, if you see, perspiration begins to abate, that is the point. But here temperature begins to abate is given. That is for making mistakes. The maximum candidates will make mistake by selecting this option. But the aphorism, if you read properly, the last part is told when the expiring paroxysm begins to diminish. So here the most appropriate answer is D, and many of the candidates have answered when the temperature begins to abate. So here you have to refer aphorism number 237. And 93 we will see, in the provings of narcotic medicines, which one of the following actions should be noted? So this is very repeatedly asked question, and aphorism number 113 you have to refer. Secondary action is the answer. Repeatedly asked question. 94. All of the following are the points to be considered during the operation of cure, except, so option A, physicians has to ascertain what is necessary to be known in order to cure the disease. Yes, that is correct. And physician has to gain knowledge of, I am skipping the option number B because we will deal with the three very clearly mentioned points from the aphorism number 71. This is the question based on aphorism number 71. So there are 3 points. So we will just check whether these three are based on aphorism number 71, if any mistakes are there in those lines like that. So first line is clear. Physician has to ascertain what is necessary to be known in order to the cure of disease. That is correct. And physician has to gain knowledge of instruments adapted for the cure of natural diseases and pathogenetic powers of the medicines, about the drug proving part. So that is also correct. Physician has to understand the most suitable method of employing the artificial morphic agents for the cure of the natural disease. So that is also correct. So these three lines A, C, D are the exact lines from the 71 aphorism. So B we will see, physician has to ascertain the basic symptoms of the morbid state accurately. So this is not mentioned in aphorism number 71, and it is not a point to be considered during the operation of cure, basic symptoms of the morbid state accurately. So this we have to write as the answer, option B. And next question, I am not sure about the answer, but I will give you the maximum reference for this question and you can decide the answer, or if you have a better answer based on reference, you can comment in the comment section. So go through the explanation correctly, so that you can, if you are disagreeing with me, you can comment on the comment box, and it may help others also. Which one of the following statements is true regarding Maupertuis law? So option A, it relates to the treatment of alternating disease only. We are ruling out, that is not the answer. It does not complement to the law of similar. This sentence is wrong, because if you see the H. A. Roberts where he mentions about the Maupertuis law, there it is clearly given it complements the law of similar. And next is, it is also known as law of minimum dose. That is not exactly correct, because in H. A. Roberts it is mentioned it is this Maupertuis law is the posological principle of homeopathy. So this we can rule out, these three we can rule out, and this line exactly is given in the H. A. Roberts. So quality of action of homeopathic remedy is determined by its quantity. So this can be the most appropriate answer here, but there is a confusion regarding it is also known as minimum dose and this option, option D, because even if it is said the posological principle of homeopathy, it doesn't say that it is not the law of minimum dose, and it deals maximum with the law of minimum dose, but it is not the law of minimum dose. That is one point. So I believe this is the most appropriate answer. The quality of action of homeopathy remedies determined by its quantity. So if we examine the Maupertuis law, it is written like the quantity of action necessary to effect any change in nature is the least possible. And Finke has added some more points, and he has improved that law as, according to this principle, the decisive moment or amount, it is written as moment in some books, but it is actually amount. So the this principle, the decisive amount is always a minimum and infinitesimal. So this is what I want to say about this question number 95, and most appropriate answer I believe is the quality of action of homeopathy remedy is determined by its quantity, the statement true regarding Maupertuis law. And the last question from Organon of Medicine. So Paracelsus' teachings about medicine rest upon which of the following pillars or columns? Philosophy, alchemy, astronomy and virtue. So this Paracelsus' teaching about medicine rest upon which of the following pillars or columns? We have to answer all these four, because Paracelsus was famous for all these fields of science or philosophy. So philosophy, alchemy, astronomy, virtue. The answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4, option C. So that's all for Organon of Medicine. So if at all any mistakes are there in this presentation of answer key of Organon, you can comment in the comment section so that it will be helpful for others who are watching the video. And always try to check the comment box for any discussions or any clarifications or any mistakes which happened during the video and it was cleared. For every time when you watch a video from us, please check the comment box also, and if possible give a feedback about the video and suggestions regarding the video. We are trying to do our best even between our busy schedule. So try to watch these videos and do comment your suggestions and feedbacks. Thank you for watching and best wishes.